YouTube, Sarah here, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my Harlequin anticipated reads for February of 2019. It's super exciting. Yay, I love doing these videos every month. So as per usual, I remember to mention at the beginning this time, what I want you guys to do is listen to all the books I'm going to talk about and vote on one. Which one do you think I should add to my 40 Years of Harlequin project for a book that I'm going to read at the end of this year? So I'm doing my 40 years, one book per year, which will take me 40 weeks. There are still 12 more weeks in the year, so I need a book per month for 2019 to read towards the end of this year. So please do, in the comments below, vote on one of the books that I talk about in this video. So let's jump right in and get started. We'll start off with A Harlequin Desire, and this is The Secret Twin by Mann, book number 8 in the Alaskan Oil Barons series. And this one got me right from the first little line I read on the back of the book. It says, "Back from the dead, this heiress wants answers." So I mean, I'm like, yes, draw me in. So it's about a woman who shows up in this guy's office, the CEO's office, and she's the long-lost daughter of the company's, or granddaughter of the company's founder. And she wants answers on her mother's death. So in order to help her investigate that, he is going to fake a relationship with her just to get her more into the company and things like that. So yeah, sounds really good. But again, that whole back from the dead thing is what grabbed me right at the beginning, and this one sounds like it's going to be really good. Next up, we have A Harlequin Heartwarming, and this is Kissed by the Country Doc by Melinda Curtis. And this one, again, the premise of this sounded interesting. Now, I've read books where, you know, characters will inherit like a home. I'm reading one like that right now. Or an inn. I just read one like that with Simply Irresistible by Jill Shalvis. But this one just, you know, kind of, I went, really? And our main character, Ella, is co-inherited a small town in Idaho. So when she shows up in town to essentially sell the town, or sell her share of the town, she meets the country doctor and, or the county doctor, and the two of them kind of develop a relationship. And then she starts getting forced, you know, to sell her share, but she kind of wants to stay. So, you know, it kind of goes from there. But I just thought, to inherit a small town, like, how does that happen? It just sounds so interesting, and I really do want to read it. So yeah, this one sounds really great. Next, we have A Harlequin Historical, and this is His 3-Day Duchess by Laurie, Benson. And this one looks really cute. It is about a woman who, I guess, is a widow, and she decides to go back to her country estate to kind of, you know, hide from society. And there she runs into the newly minted Duke, and of course, as one does. And, you know, then she finds out that there's been a theft, and, you know, she's been essentially robbed. So the two of them decide to kind of join forces together and find out who robbed her. But they can't be traveling the countryside together alone because it's going to raise too many eyebrows. So of course they decide to do it as pretend husband and wife. So I don't know, sounds really cute. I do kind of love the whole fake marriage, you know, trope, if you will, in romance novels. And yeah, this one just sounds like a lot of fun. And Laurie Benson, I read her before. I really, really enjoy her work. Next up, we have A Harlequin Intrigue. This is Desperate Intentions by Carla Cassidy. Again, Carla Cassidy is a favorite author of mine. And this is about a man whose daughter was murdered, you know, many, many years ago. So he's kind of changed his life, and he's trying to get on with his life. And then this single mom and her kids move in next door, and he's trying his best to ignore them because he does not want, you know, remembrances of his own past with his own child. And then he realizes that there's some very bad things going on over at the house. Not with the mother, not between the mother and her children, but things are happening to this single mom and her children. So he decides to step in and try and help. And as they start investigating, secrets from the past get unburied. This one sounds really good. Again, I love Carla Cassidy, so this one definitely had to go on this list. Next up, we have A Harlequin Romance, and this is Hired by the Mysterious Millionaire by Allie Blake. This one, I love the premise because it actually sounded like something that the average woman potentially could, you know, understand. And it's about a woman who takes the train to work every day. And every day on this train, she sits across from this very, very handsome gentleman. So, of course, she fantasizes about him. She doesn't know his name or anything about him, other than it's like hot dude riding the train kind of an idea. So anyway, then she ends up getting a new job. And, of course, who is he? Her new boss. So, you know, a relationship kind of begins between the two of them. But this one sounds so good and so adorable. I just love the idea of it. And yeah, I've read Allie Blake before, and again, I really like her writing. So I think this one would be a lot of fun. Next we have a Harlequin romantic suspense, and this is Shielded by the Lawman by Nussio. And this is book number 3 in the True Blue series. Now, this is an author I'm not familiar with, but the premise sounded very interesting to me. He is a cop, and he meets this waitress, and she's kind of hiding some secrets. She is actually on the run in hiding from her abusive ex-husband with her son. And over the course of the two of them meeting and talking, it also turns out that there's something much worse going on, that's something greater than what she assumed was after her. And when he realizes this, you know, he could be in a lot of trouble for aiding and abetting her, essentially. And that's just what it says on the back of the book. And I just thought, why is he aiding and abetting her? What has she done? You know, I totally want to find out what it is. So this one sounds really good, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Next, we have a Harlequin special edition, and this is Her Secret Texas Valentine by Helen Lacey. This is book number 2 in the Fortunes of Texas, the Lost Fortunes series. So this one sounds really fun. It's about a woman who, it's coming up to Valentine's Day, and she's sick of being single, so she decides to try a dating app. And this app pairs her up with this hired hand, like rancher, you know, this guy who's penniless and things like that. And then eventually it comes out that he's not penniless. He's a millionaire. But, you know, of course he's going to keep this secret from her because he doesn't want her falling for him just because he's got money. So, I don't know. Sounds really cute. This is another Fortunes of Texas series, and I really do enjoy these ones. So, yeah, I think this one will definitely be an interesting read. Next up, we have a love-inspired novel, and this is Her Cowboy Inheritance by Danica Favorite. This is, I think, book number 1 in the Three Sisters Ranch. I didn't write down what number it is, but I'm pretty sure it's the first book. So this is about a woman who, with her 2 sisters, inherits a ranch. And this woman, Leah, knows nothing about ranching. But their neighbor, Shane, of course, is a rancher. So she is kind of going to get him to teach her the ropes, if you will. And of course, the two of them develop a relationship. Sounds absolutely adorable. I really enjoy Danica's writing. This author writes some really, really fun books. And I think this one sounds adorable, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And last but not least, we have a love-inspired suspense novel. And this is Amish Safe House by Debby Giusti. This is the second book in the Amish Witness Protection Program. I just love that. I don't know why that makes me smile, but it does. So this is about a woman who is on the run, and she is hiding in an Amish community as an Amish woman. I think with her son. Yeah, her son's a witness in a gang shooting. So him and his mother are both in protection. And there is a ex-cop turned protector who is kind of helping them out. And then I guess they get found out where they are, and the story goes from there. I love the premise. I think it sounds super interesting. And I remember in January that the first book in this series really also drew my attention, but it actually ended up, I picked another book instead of that one. But this time when I was reading this one, I'm like, yes, I want to read one of these books because they look really good. So yeah, so anyway, guys, that is it. Those are all my picks for the month of February. Again, please let me know in the description box below, you know, what book do you think I should read for my 40 Years of Harlequin project? And yeah, until my next video, guys, take care and happy reading. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.